Hey, welcome back to Two Super Guys Trade Stocks. I'm Dylan.
And I'm Vinny.
And we got an interesting video today. I'm not trying to start a war. I'm not trying to be mean to anybody. We are going to talk about Nikola and how they're pretty much dead. But it's more about how to not get caught in the hype and the very obvious red flags that maybe people should see in the future. So I'm not making fun of anyone who lost money. I hate when people do that. That's messed up.
Mm-hmm.
That's not cool at all. For the record, I've been here before, right? I was in Fubo like an idiot. Okay? And then I learned it. I learned from my mistake. And when I saw this dumpster fire, I shorted it and got all my money back. So
Nice.
there we go. Boom.
Yeah.
Not all of it, most of it. But Nikola, hot garbage. You type into Google right now, just Nikola stock news. Essentially, they're either going to go bankruptcy or they're going to go to a sale. Either way, they're dead. They don't even have anything to sell. Their assets, their valuation for their assets are set by themselves. So the hundreds of millions that they're saying it's worthless. They don't even own the land that they have.
I know they sold the land a while ago and they were leasing it back for their continued operations. And then, they also had those lovely quarters where there was like one where they sold -3 units
Yeah.
of trucks.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Once again,
Impressive.
if you were long in this, I'm talking to the more reasonable people. Obviously, we did a couple of videos on this. These are just some of the headlines that I was doing because I was shorting this. I'm not talking to the violent people. There's a couple of those who were threatening us for shorting. But like the more reasonable ones, look, this channel, we're all here to grow. We're not experts at all. We're just trying to get better, right? So we're going to take a look at how to learn from this and how to avoid, because there's a lot of stocks that are probably going to be like this in the future that are going pretty high right now. So this is Nikola's chart. This is not accurate. They've done so many reverse splits that they were at their highest was $90 a share before they were doing this. I mean, this says like 3,000 or whatever. That never happened.
Yeah.
It's just, there's just been dead for so long. One thing I want you to look at, is this, okay? Because we got a lot of comments on this happening. See how there is a support. Okay, that's gonna be important. So I did a video where I said, "Hey guys, I'm not trying to start a fight. Just what's the bull thesis? Why are you guys so long? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I shouldn't be shorting this company, right? Maybe the fact that the CEO went to prison for fraud isn't a bad sign."
Yeah. And he only apparently served like 1 year in jail despite being one of the larger fraudsters in history. So, I mean, he can't be that bad of a guy after all, right? Retired to his Utah mansion with his supermodel wife, I'm sure. Whatever.
Didn't his mansion better have gotten taken? Help me God.
I hope. I don't know. I know he was like he owned like the largest piece of property,
God.
like personal property in Utah, like 2,600 acres, including like riverfront.
Yeah, no, it was huge.
Gorgeous house if you Google it. Yeah.
If he still owns that house, there's no justice in this world.
Agreed.
Okay. Anyways, I hate that guy. He just ruined his investor. Okay. I wasn't even long. I was short. It helped me, but he's a scumbag. All right. Sorry. So the bull thesis, I asked, the comments. So these were the more reasonable ones. All right. Hydrogen technology was a big one.
Mm-hmm.
I get that. I'm going to use AI as an example right now. Also blockchain, also electric cars. Okay. Just because the technology may have a very strong future, maybe a huge growth opportunity, does not mean that a company within said technology is going to be a success, right?
Yep.
Lordstown Motors, EV bubble, dead. They have I looked at like 8 employees now. It's dead. Right?
100 years of American auto manufacturers.
Yeah.
We'll say the same thing.
So many. There's something like hundreds in between 1910 and 40, and now there's like 3 American ones left. So and that's a car. We all have cars.
Yeah.
There's AI right now There is going to be super microconductors might not be as high as it is right now. SMCI, I think, is what it is. But there's a lot of businesses piggybacking on that. We saw a lot of blockchain bullshit. A lot of companies that were like, oh, like the Long Island iced tea company, right? Turned into a blockchain, huge stock price, dead. Like, there's not good.
Hydrogen may be the fuel of like a long distance kind of clean trucking, but that doesn't necessarily mean that Nikola will be a profitable company. That's what we're trying to get at.
Also, there is other big companies doing this already. I think as Volkswagen, there's a couple of them that have significantly more funding. So no, absolutely not. This was a big one that Kevin had mentioned. Nikola got a grant in California. Imagine if all states follow.
Yes.
I don't want to imagine. I want to see numbers. Just because California does a lot of stupid stuff. I mean, every state has done pretty ridiculous things. I'm in Arizona. We just gave water rights to the Middle East for some reason. And it's crazy. There's a lot of stupid states that do a lot of stupid things. Just because one thing happened does not mean that all 49 states are going to follow suit. That's not a good investment plan. That's very risky. Also, the grant was not impressive. That's also a problem. This is actually a good argument. I don't have anything for this. If you're in it and you're like, this company sucks, but it's in the news and you can make money, that's true. If it works, as long as there's a small amount.
Yeah, and you were in it before it was in the news.
Yeah. Oh, true. That's a good point. You're in it before it was in the news. Very fair. I don't have an argument for this. If you're in it, dude, this is a trade, not an investment, and everyone's talking about it. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
makes sense. I got a lot of this. I got a lot of people saying I don't know how to use technical analysis. So there's something called a double bottom that they were saying this was clearly no, just like people were saying there's a reverse head and shoulders on TLT. The bonds don't respond to the chart. It's not how that works. It's that you can sometimes it's right, and then you get a confirmation bias, and you're like, look at that, it's right. Yeah. We have a head and shoulders pattern. Do you think that the Federal Reserve is going to follow the rules to make that head and shoulders pattern work? No. They're going to do what's best for an evolving economy. Okay.
I have a better name for the Nikola pattern here. I call it a double fister bottom.
So stupid.
This is always... I love this one because people will see State Street or BlackRock is an owner of this equity, and they'll be like, oh my god, that means they believe in the big money, the deep pockets, the dark economy knows all about this. No, these people run ETFs. ETFs may be required to hold a stock for a certain amount based upon the underlying assets of the ETF. It doesn't mean it's a vote of confidence. Okay, people get very confused about that.
Yeah, they were saying they had a large investor percentage. No, or sorry, institutional investment percentage. Yeah. No. Bosch invested in Nikola. They did, and they were wrong.
Yeah.
Just same like General Motors in Lordstown, dead. Yeah. Lost the money. Rivian had one. It happens.
If you're curious about who Bosch has backed in the past and been wrong about, look up who they were manufacturing parts for in the 1930s and 1940s. Just curious.
You went low blow on that one.
Yeah. Nikola is not much more profitable, okay?
Oh, boy. All right. And this is what you should be doing. So, and once again, I'm not an expert. I just did not believe in this company off the bat. And all I did was I just plotted their cash flow and how much more positive Trevor Milton was for each earnings report, right? Each one comes in, shatters. We're killing it. No, we're going to make 1 million trucks. But the numbers don't lie, and this is really red. Mm-hmm. And then every time it's green, share offering, or we sold our land. So, it's. I'm not trying to make anyone. I'm not trying to start a battle or something. But if you see that, just get out, because there's a lot of companies. There's other companies that do hydrogen. It's not just them. They kept on saying that they're going to be the biggest like hydrogen supplier too. They didn't have any stations. I don't.
They didn't make any at all. Yeah,
No,
they were buying it. Yeah,
it's just
that's great.
words. They would show those like concept pictures, like look how cool it's going to be. That was it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, and then buying their designs on eBay. There's like so many things here that were red flags, and it stinks because sometimes you get a little bit like dug in on your position on a company.
True.
Other than Alibaba,
Fubu.
to a degree that I always kind of question myself whether I have confirmation bias.
I still believe in
But
Baba, 100%.
I do too because I think their underlying business fundamentals are better.
Yeah.
Whereas when you look at Nikola, like there was just hopes and dreams. The underlying business fundamentals were always garbage and will continue to be garbage.
Yeah.
So like I don't know. At the end of the day, that's how I look at a company.
Not to mention, Baba's made more in 10 days than Nikola's made in its entire existence. So also that. All right, guys. Let us know what you think. And I think it'd be cool if everyone put down like their worst investment choice in the comments. Mine's Fubo. It's not even close. We're all trying to get better. Everyone, be nice. People make mistakes.
Yeah. I mean, I you know what? Mine would be off the top of my head is selling the covered call against Meta stock at like $140 a share.
Yours is Intel. You were so long
Okay.
Intel for so long.
I did.
Intel sucks.
Dollar wise, the Meta mistake is probably
Okay.
larger.
Dollar wise, that's fair. But the logic on Intel, because I agree, you weren't expecting Meta to go that high. Neither was I. I was like, I think it was worth it. We just got greedy. That was a greedy choice, not a not believe in it choice, or like a misunderstanding. I think yours is Intel.
Completely agree.
All right, guys.
All right. Catch you in the next one.